It's time for the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of a Utah sports tradition at utahsummergames.org. Participate in over 50 sports around the state. Then plan to join the opening ceremonies Friday, June 5th, presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games.
Joining us now, Logan Cooley, kind enough to carve out a few moments for us. Logan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. So I want you to set the scene for me. Last night, you guys get the victory. You come off the ice. Is everybody in that locker room watching that Anaheim game go final?
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit. You obviously want to get that playoff spot clinched, and we did our part, and we were hoping Anaheim was going to do theirs, and fortunate enough they did, and we're just so excited to be in this position, and the buzz around the city is so exciting, and we're looking forward to getting that started.
So 2 years ago is about the time things really started to break, that this organization was going to move from Phoenix to Salt Lake City, and now 2 years later, you're in the playoffs. Just what does that feeling feel like for you as a player, knowing that you're going to be playing postseason hockey?
It's awesome. I mean, I think, as a little kid, you dream about eventually one day winning the Stanley Cup, and just the experience we're going to gain from being in the playoffs. There's some guys that on our team, I'm one of them, that haven't even experienced playoff hockey, and you watch on TV just the excitement in the buildings, how intense the hockey is. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be unbelievable, and I'm sure the fans are going to have the Delta Center rocking, and we can't honestly wait to, get started. There's still, 4 more games left, but we got to make sure we're taking care of business. But once, the playoffs start, it's going to be the most fun hockey that, I think I'm going to be a part of. No doubt.
What was the atmosphere like, not just last night, but back up a couple nights with that overtime victory against Edmonton and kind of getting that, that weight off your shoulders of finally getting that win against Edmonton? The atmosphere has always been great in Delta Center, but these last 2 games have gone to a different level.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I agree. I think this is the loudest it's ever been. And, we played 2 extremely important games these last 2 games, especially against Edmonton, a team that, we could be playing in the first round. And, they've kind of had our number. It's great to, get that confidence that we could beat them. And, the huge overtime goal by Keller there. And, it gave us the confidence that we could beat anyone in the league. And like I said, it's a team that we could be playing early on. And, we want to make sure that, we're kind of setting the tone early here.
Logan Cooley, kind enough to join us right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Not just you, but 4 of your other teammates are on a 6-game point streak. What has really got this offense humming the way that it's been over this last stretch? I think just honestly, we're playing with confidence. We have a lot of great players on our team that make a lot of good plays, and sometimes the puck doesn't go in, sometimes it does, and I feel like right now it's going in. We're playing the game the right way. And this is a great time to kind of be heating up too, going into playoffs. You want to feel good. Body feels good. I think we're all just rolling right now. We're having fun doing it too. And I think it just, we're all excited to be in this position of getting the chance to play playoff hockey. And, like I said, we have a lot of great players on our team that are producing well. And, at this time of the year, you need, your top players to be your best players. And, I think we have a lot of great top players right now producing. So you mentioned the body feels right. You missed that time back in December and January due to injury. What were you able to do during that time to try to keep your mind at ease and still try to stay mentally present with this team, even though you couldn't be out on the ice, so that when you did get the green light from the trainers that you could hit the ice running and be back to where you need to be?
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't easy. I mean, I think, it was my first time missing that amount of time with an injury, and mentally it drained you a little bit, but I think in the back of your mind you got to remember that
you're going to come back. And, my goal was to eventually come back and have our team in the position to be in the playoffs. And, I missed around 28 games, so this is unbelievable for me to be continuing to play postseason hockey with missing that amount of games. And, the team did a great job, too, of winning games and doing their part, too. And, I did a lot of therapy work, a lot of workouts. Then when I had the chance to get back on the ice, felt good. And, took me a little bit to come back. I didn't feel like my game was the best for a little bit there, but as of late, it's been great.
Logan Cooley, kind enough to join us, 97.5, the EKSL Sports Zone. This power play group for the Mammoth has just been lights out over this last stretch. You were introduced into that lineup back in late March. What has allowed this group to be so successful? Because it seems like right now, when you have that advantage, this team's playing with a ton of confidence that they're going to find a way to find the back of the net.
I mean, I think, we're moving the puck really well. I think we're moving as a unit of 5. I think, honestly, we're establishing a shot-first mentality, too. I think when we're establishing the shot first, more things start to open up. And, I think we're playing with confidence, too. Confidence is such a big thing. And, when we have the confidence to make those plays, that's where we're going to get our looks. And, again, I think, as the power play is heating up, this is the time of the year where you need it to be good.
Well, and also, too, there were moments last night. You guys got off to the great start, and then a little bit of a lull in the second period, but then Veggie steps up, and he becomes a stonewall and knocks out some really great opportunities that it appeared that Nashville had. It seems like everybody, if somebody's coming back down to earth a little bit, somebody's there to pick up the slack. This really seems like there's a lot of cohesion going on with this team, a lot of synergy out there on the ice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Veggie's been great for us all year. He's such a, great guy to have in the back of the net there. And, it allows us to kind of play our game and know that, if we do have a turnover or, he's got our back. And, but like you said, I think we have a lot of guys who step up when, maybe some guys aren't having their best night. And we're just such a deep team with so many great players that, could have great performances and guys that step up no matter what the circumstance, and guys just buying into their roles too. And especially this time of year when things get tighter, not a lot of room out there. Guys are doing things the right way, and that's giving us success.
You're still a relatively young guy. Do you still pinch yourself like, I can't believe I'm doing this at this level? I mean, I can't imagine what that feels like.
A little bit. I think, it's only my third year, and this has been a dream of mine since I was probably 4 years old. And I think every once in a while when you're playing the top-end guys like McDavid, Crosby, those are the moments where, it kind of doesn't feel real. But at the same time, you got to make sure you're not getting too carried away. And, at the end of the day, it's your job to go out there and perform. And every once in a while, it's nice to kind of take a step back and realize, you're living out your dream, and that's something that is special to me, and I'm super fortunate to be in this position.
You did clinch the playoff spot, but there's still 4 games left to go in the regular season. How do you make sure that you guys keep your mind right and not, just relax a little bit, realizing that you're in the playoffs, but make sure you carry this momentum into postseason play?
For sure. I mean, that's something we talked about today. I think it's important, you want to feel good going into the postseason too. It's great that, we're clinched and we're in, but you don't want to go in dropping these last 4 games, and then you start to not have confidence and it could turn ugly. So I think, for us, it's about maintaining what we've been doing. Obviously there's still things to clean up, but, this is a group that always, perseveres and does the right thing. So I'm not worried about that, but at the end of the day, we got to make sure, we continue to do our part here.
Well, Logan, we appreciate your time, man. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the playoff spot. Congratulations on the season and getting healthy, and look forward to doing this again here soon.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
You got it. Logan Cooley.